Have you ever wondered if Earth holds parallel worlds? Places with landscapes so unusual that it's hard to believe they exist at all. Wonders that feel as if they challenge the rules of nature right in front of our eyes. They quietly ask one question: whether we dare to step closer and truly understand what we are facing. Sometimes they rise inside the harshest environments on the planet. Places where instinct whispers that nothing should survive for long. From dizzying heights to designs that feel almost unreal. From colors that shift again and again to scenery that looks like a dream made solid. In this video, we'll travel through some of the strangest and most dangerous places on Earth. Places so improbable that they seem like they shouldn't exist. Deadvlei, Namibia. Known as the Dead Marsh, Deadvlei is a white clay pan near Namibia's famous Sedlec salt and clay basins. It is surrounded by some of the tallest red sand dunes on Earth, with certain dunes rising close to 400 meters. Long ago, this area supported hundreds of camel thorn trees, scientifically known as Acacia areoloba. Around 900 years ago, a drier climate and shifting dunes cut off the water supply with slow finality. The land became so arid that the trees could not fully decompose. Because even decay requires moisture. Sun and heat scorch them dark, leaving silhouettes that feel like monuments to a vanished oasis. Reaching Deadvlei requires crossing deep dunes that constantly shift and reshape the route ahead. This challenge is best handled by four-wheel drive vehicles, because hesitation is rarely forgiven by the sand. From the drop-off point, a walk of about 1.1 kilometers leads into the heart of the dead forest. Arriving early helps avoid temperatures approaching 40 degrees Celsius and captures the legendary golden morning light. High-ankle trekking boots protect against hot sand, and electrolyte water becomes essential in the dry air. Darvaza Gas Crater, Turkmenistan. In the Karakum Desert of Turkmenistan, the Darvaza Gas Crater burns with an almost constant glow. It has become one of the country's most striking and sought-after landmarks. The site is widely described as an industrial accident that occurred during gas drilling in 1971. Reports suggest a Soviet-era team struck a large underground pocket, causing the ground to collapse. To prevent toxic gases from spreading, the decision was made to ignite the leak and let it burn. The expectation was that the fire would extinguish itself within weeks. Instead, the gas supply proved vast, and the crater has burned for more than 50 years. Today, the crater is estimated to be about 70 meters wide and roughly 30 meters deep. Its steep walls descend toward a rubble-filled base, forming a scar that never seems to close. Standing near the rim, the heat presses outward as if the ground itself is exhaling. The scene becomes unforgettable at night when flames flicker beneath a sky filled with stars. Reaching Darvaza means crossing hundreds of kilometers of desert with little signal and few people nearby. In the darkness, a bright orange glow appears, ancient and threatening, daring visitors to come closer. The Danakil Depression, Ethiopia. In northern Ethiopia, the Danakil Depression is not only one of the lowest places on Earth. It is also called one of the harshest environments on the planet. It sits roughly 100 meters below sea level. This is a volatile landscape of hot springs, sulfur vents, acidic pools, and columns of steam hot enough to burn. It offers no welcoming green. Instead, it greets you with an otherworldly palette of reds and oranges that feels almost too alive. Deeper in, salt pillars rise from the ground and acid springs bubble. Mineral formations here resemble coral reefs stranded on land. Behind the color, the air carries a sharp sulfur scent, and heat can hover above 45 degrees Celsius with little relief. This is not a place for comfort, it is a place to witness the extremes of nature. And it is a journey for those who want to see the world in its rawest, earliest, and most relentless form. Salar de Uyuni, Bolivia. Across Bolivia's Altiplano, the vast white salt flat of Salar de Uyuni spreads out in a shimmering sheet. It covers about 10,582 square kilometers, and it is so immense that it can be seen from space. Layers of salt lie over sediments, reaching depths of up to around 10 meters near the center. Beneath the brilliant surface sits a large lithium reserve, often mentioned as a shadow of the energy future. In the dry season, the salt crust fractures into perfect hexagonal patterns that run to the horizon. When the rainy season arrives, a thin film of water coats the surface. Uyuni becomes a giant mirror, reflecting the deep blue sky and creating a view that feels impossible. Because the region is remote, you need to plan carefully before setting foot out here. A 4x4 is the usual way to cross the salt flat. This is necessary because distances are long and conditions can change fast. The site sits at about 3,656 meters above sea level. At this height, the altitude can be a challenge, especially if you're sensitive to thin air. Days can feel warm and intensely bright, but nights can turn sharply cold. Temperatures often drop below 0 degrees Celsius, sometimes even reaching as low as minus 15 degrees Celsius. Because of this, wearing proper layers is essential for your safety and comfort. Champagne Pool, New Zealand. This is a hot spring in the Waiotapu Thermal Wonderland near Rotorua on New Zealand's North Island. From a distance, it stands out with vivid colors and a constantly sparkling surface. Its name comes from carbon dioxide bubbles that rise without pause, resembling champagne effervescence. The pool is large, with a diameter of about 65 meters and an estimated depth of around 62 meters. Its striking colors come from minerals and chemicals dissolved in the water. Elements such as gold, silver, mercury, and arsenic are often present in the water. These minerals contribute to the vivid oranges, greens, and yellows found along the rim. Water temperatures remain high, often around 74 degrees Celsius, driven by geothermal activity deep in the Earth's crust. That heat gives the place an atmosphere that feels both beautiful and slightly unreal. Overflow from Champagne Pool feeds nearby geothermal features, such as the Artist's Palette. This area is famous for its sulfur deposits that tint the ground a bright yellow. The water then moves across silica mudflats and terraces. As it flows, it leaves behind silica deposits that slowly build delicate natural edges. The silica around the pool forms a refined rim, like ceramic glaze laid down over time. The pool is extremely fragile, and the surrounding geothermal area can be dangerous. Therefore, visitors must stay on marked paths and designated viewing platforms at all times. Its beauty and geological significance make this place truly unforgettable. However, that beauty can only be preserved if it is respected from a safe distance. Death Valley, California, USA. This place is a geological basin largely within Inyo County in southeastern California, United States. It is known as the lowest, hottest, and driest place in North America. Here, the salt flats stretch so far that the landscape feels like another planet. It is beautiful in a way that is both stark and unsettling. Step onto the cracked salt, and you may feel as if you're standing at the edge of the world. In this place, there is nothing but silence and light. Sunrise is especially powerful, as the first rays touch the ridge lines and wash the valley in a new color. You'll also find winding roads that curve through volcanic hills and layered sediments. Some slopes show pink, red, and pale green tones, shaped by mineral oxidation over time. Mesquite Flat sand dunes are among the most accessible and photogenic dunes in the park. Their rolling lines fill the valley floor, offering countless angles to explore. In certain areas, these slopes even provide the perfect opportunity for sandboarding. Night can be just as extraordinary, with skies so clear you might feel suspended inside the Milky Way. But Death Valley is not only beautiful, it tests anyone who underestimates it. In summer, the heat can feel like standing beside an open oven. Extreme days have even been recorded reaching around 49 degrees Celsius. Its isolation also makes travel more complicated because help can be far away. Fill your fuel tank before you head out, and plan as if small problems could become serious very quickly. Mono Lake, California, USA. This place sits on the eastern edge of California. It feels so quiet there that you can hear the wind whistle through the cracks in the stone. The water is deep blue and mirror still, yet it is 2 to 3 times saltier than the ocean. In the early morning, thin fog drifts around tufa towers rising from the surface. They look like a drowned ancient city or giant coral reefs left behind after an ocean disappeared. These formations appear when freshwater springs rich in calcium meet the lake's carbonate-rich water. This encounter triggers a chemical reaction that builds the stone structures over time. The lake can also carry a faint sulfur smell shaped by geology and microbial life. Tufa is porous and fragile, so visitors are urged to stay on marked paths to protect what cannot be repaired. In winter, fog can turn icy and surreal. The lake does not freeze, so moisture rises and condenses into tiny ice crystals that hover in the air. Mono Lake is for those who seek solitude, strangeness, and the quiet power of nature's slow creativity. Sedlec Ossuary, Czech. It is located beneath a small chapel in Kutná Hora, Czechia. It stands as one of the world's most unusual and unforgettable works of architecture. From the outside, the church looks modest, giving little hint of what lies beneath. Once inside, you are confronted by more than 40,000 sets of human remains. These have been arranged with meticulous care into hauntingly artistic forms. Many of these remains are linked to the Black Death in the 14th century. During that time, the cemetery overflowed, and the bones had to be stored within the crypt. Others came from conflicts in the 15th century, when burials increased again. In the late 19th century, the woodcarver František Rint was hired for a unique task. He was commissioned to organize the vast collection of bones into structured works of art. These include elaborate chandeliers, coats of arms, and detailed wall decorations. Together, they transform the crypt into a singular and profound kind of art. The result is deeply aesthetic, but it serves a higher purpose. It is a stark reminder of life's brevity, our equality in death, and the hope placed in the afterlife. Art and spirituality merge here to create a space that feels both somber and sacred. The atmosphere is designed to invite quiet reflection rather than mere shock. Island of the Dolls, Mexico. This place is located on the Xochimilco Canal system in Mexico City. It has become famous for its dark and deeply unsettling atmosphere. Stepping onto the island can feel like crossing into a different world. Dolls of every shape and size hang from trees and structures, suspended above paths and water. Their once bright colors have faded under time and weather. Some are missing hands or eyes, some are torn, and some are only heads fixed to sticks. Together, they create a scene that feels eerie and strangely intimate. Silence settles in, broken only by leaves rustling or a distant bird call. Behind it all is a story that many describe as deeply sad and also unsettling. People say that Don Julian lived here in total isolation. He supposedly began hanging dolls throughout the trees to calm a wandering spirit. This story has been repeated for generations, changing slightly with each retelling. To this day, there has never been a final confirmation of the truth. What remains clearer is the palpable sense of fear and memory. These emotions were placed into inanimate objects that can never speak back. That feeling gives the island its heavy, almost sacred sadness and a quiet demand for respect. The only way to reach it is by boat along the Xochimilco canals. As you drift over still water, green vegetation and traditional floating gardens can make the approach feel unexpectedly beautiful. Rapa Nui, Chile. It lies alone in the Pacific Ocean off the coast of Chile, like a question left hanging between sea and wind. It is also known as Easter Island because it was recorded by Europeans on Easter Sunday. At sunrise, moai statues appear in silhouette, their backs to the ocean. Wind moves through low grass, carrying salt in the air and the feeling that the island is being watched over. The stone faces are expressionless, yet their presence feels stronger than any motion. At Rano Raraku, the island's quarry, unfinished statues rest across the slopes. Volcanic rock has been cut to reveal rough lines as if creation paused mid-breath. Some moai remain connected to the cliff, making the landscape feel alive with history. Along coastal Oahu, the statues face inland while waves crash behind them without end. Today, there are roughly 900 moai and more than 300 ahu across the island. Those numbers hint at a society that lived in isolation, yet built on a remarkable scale. Now, the heritage faces pressure from stronger sea winds and gradual sea level rise. The changes are quiet, much like the way the island has always endured. Anakina Beach is also one of the island's most beautiful stretches, with soft white sand. Come with curiosity, sturdy walking shoes, and a heart ready to be moved by ancient presence. Mount Roraima, South America. At the meeting point of Venezuela, Brazil, and Guyana. Mount Roraima rises from the rainforest like an impenetrable fortress. It is one of the planet's most ancient and mysterious geological formations. From a distance, the flat summit and sheer walls make it look like a colossal ship resting in a sea of green. Clouds often wrap around its base, blurring the boundary between ground and sky. As you approach, the sense of having no obvious entrance becomes stronger. This is because the towering cliffs seem to seal off every possible route. On the summit, low fog drifts through and cuts visibility. This reveals a landscape of glossy black rock and small pools scattered across the surface. Vegetation up here is low, strange, and shaped by rules that feel separate from the world below. Mount Roraima is a tepue, an ancient table mountain formed over billions of years. Tepuis create isolated ecosystems, where life evolves along its own path. The region lies within Roraima National Park, recognized for protecting a kingdom of tepu landscapes. Reaching the mountain requires a multi-day trek through rainforest and exposed highlands. Weather can shift quickly, from harsh sun to heavy rain and dense fog within hours. Fog on the summit can completely erase your sense of direction. Therefore, anyone attempting this journey must plan carefully and respect the inherent risks. Kelimutu, Indonesia. Nature performs a transformation through 3 crater lakes on the summit of Mount Kelimutu on Flores Island. These lakes change color in astonishing ways. The lakes are separated only by narrow volcanic ridges. Despite their proximity, they can independently shift between turquoise, deep green, and dark red tones. They change independently, driven by complex chemical reactions and minerals in the water. As beautiful as they are, the lakes can also be dangerous because of steep rims and sulfur-rich water. So even if it looks tempting, swimming here is not an option, and safety boundaries exist for a reason. For local communities, these sacred waters are deeply connected to their ancestors. Each change in color is understood as a meaningful spiritual message from the beyond. Each lake is linked with a different kind of spirit, ranging from the souls of the old to the young. One lake in particular is even believed to be the home of those under a dark curse. The landscape carries a haunting and eerie beauty. While science can explain the mechanisms behind it, the land still bows to the power of human perception and mystery. Sunrise at Kelimutu feels like a slow, revealing ritual that rewards patience. As sunlight clears the mist, the colors emerge from gray, like liquid gemstones set into dark rock. Silence on the summit can feel absolute, making you feel like a witness to a secret Earth has held for millennia. Spotted Lake, Wenibuan, Fisurinemerunes, Tony, Canada. Near the town of Osoyoos in British Columbia, Spotted Lake rests quietly in a dry valley. It is like a mineral painting placed in plain sight. In summer, the water recedes and the lake begins to transform. Shimmering polka dot pools appear and look too perfect to be natural. Each spot carries its own tone, ranging from green to deep brown. These colors look like a palette scattered across the lake's surface. These circles are not random, they form as minerals crystallize while the water slowly evaporates. From a distance, the spots appear to be sharply separated. However, changing light can make them seem to blend and shift. The lake is known for dense mineral deposits, including magnesium sulfate, calcium, and sodium sulfate. It also contains high concentrations of other minerals, along with trace amounts of silver and titanium. As water evaporates, thick mineral layers remain, forming distinctive pools and bands across the basin. Each pool holds different mineral mixes and concentrations, creating a mosaic effect unlike anywhere else. In summer, minerals can harden into natural pathways that trace around and between the colored spots. Local knowledge often speaks of different spots carrying different healing qualities. The lake is described as restorative for those who approach it with respect and traditional understanding. This journey ends not in a single place, but in the way we look back on everything we have just seen. Together, we explored landscapes that are surreal and beautiful, yet also genuinely dangerous in their own ways. We did not only visit locations, we followed the forces and stories that shaped each of them. We hope these images and stories reached you in a quiet, lasting way. They may awaken a desire to explore, to push beyond the familiar, and to witness the world's rarest edges. Or they may call you to return to your mind and feel that mixture of wonder and challenge once more. And if you'd like to keep traveling like this with us, we'd love to have you subscribe to our channel. There are many more journeys ahead, and they're already waiting on the horizon.